새로운 인터루트. 시설로 돌아가기. 레벨업. 아직 엄청나게 많은 포인트가 남아 있습니다. 이게 지도를 전체 지도로는 못 바꾸나 보다. 바꿔서 빨리 나가고 싶은데 그게 안 되나 봐요. 저 위로 올라갈 수는 없는 거야? 브리슬백이 좀 더 빠르겠죠?
Greetings, graduates of Cradle 9. Welcome to the regional error. Unauthorized access detected.
That doesn't sound good.
Was that the spirit? Minerva?
I don't think so. At least, not directly.
미네르바?
Attention. All personnel must vacate the facility immediately.
Something doesn't want us here. What exactly was this place?
Seen anything like it before?
No.
많이 보지 않았나요? 이런 거?
Error. Unauthorized access. Initiating facility lockdown. Stay out.
What's going on?
Well, at least the emergency lights work.
What just happened?
Minerva's definitely here. And I think it's trying to keep us out. I'll scout ahead, see if there's a way to get us in.
그럼 여기는
sure we shouldn't come
헤파이스토스도
with you?
있고.
Well, yeah, Minerva could be dangerous. Let me make sure it's safe.
Okay.
We'll be right here if you need us.
헤파이스토스도 있고 미네르바도 있고 뭐 그런 거였나요? 이게 너무 빨개가지고 눈이 아프다. 눈이 아프다. 이런 비상조명, 비상조명도 흰색으로 해주면 안 되나요? 주광색으로? 뭐 이렇게 시뻘건색으로 하는 거죠? 비상을 알리는 거지. 가자.
Okay, I need to find where Minerva's hiding. I should look for a way to access the facility's systems. Locked.
잠겨 있군.
Alert. Restricted access. You are not wanted here.
이런.
Nope, sorry. You're not getting rid of me that easily, Minerva.
내가
What
소백이라고요.
are all those
소백.
cables in the center for? Huh. Might be able to pull that open.
여기도 하나 있고 왼쪽에도 하나 있고.
Let's see where this leads.
가볼까?
Dead end.
이런. 여긴 아니었어요.
I can feel a draft above. Might be a way out of this shaft.
여긴 뭐야? 그린 샤인 조각이 하나 있었네요. 와, 여기 이렇게 밝은 곳에 있고 싶어. 이 시뻘건색 너무 싫은데. 밖으로 나왔습니다.
And I'm outside. I need to find a way back into the facility. Maybe I could look for a way in higher up the mountain. I'm close. If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back. Then we can start fixing the blight, the storms, and maybe she can help me figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. Why did they have a clone of Elizabeth? Why did they want it back up?
점프! 아 역시 엄청난 운동 능력. 근데 이거 점프할 때 이런 식으로 할 때 약간 어색하다.
I might be able to glide to that ledge.
저쪽까지 가라고. 밑에 뭐가 있긴 한데 굳이 안 먹어도 될 거예요.
So those rocks look loose. I think I can clear them. Pipes up there. Might lead me to a way back in. But how to reach them?
일단 이걸 부숴야지. 파이프로 다시 들어간다는 말은 갑자기 왜 나왔지?
Ah, another shaft.
어디 파이프를 얘기하는 건지? 이거? 아래에 있는 거? 어쨌든 저는 일로 갈 겁니다.
Okay, now I've got to find a way to plug into this place. Looks like some kind of dome. Wonder what it's for.
아래에 뭔가 있어요. 한 바퀴 돌았나요? 굉장히 많이 뛰어왔는데? 한 바퀴 돌아야 이걸 얻을 수 있나 보다. 아니야, 여기서 점프 뛰면 되잖아 그냥.
Alert. System core penetrated.
안녕.
No! Minerva, I need the console. Please.
Access denied.
It didn't used to be like this. Do you remember it? Anything? You were part of something bigger once. Something good. Gaia. That's right. She can live again. But only if you give her the chance. I can't reboot her without you.
Will I cease?
I think you'll disappear into her. Become part of her. Like you used to be.
Misery will cease.
Yes.
무슨
Thank
고통?
you. Thank you, Minerva. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Minerva function to original code. Do you wish to initiate heuristic matrix?
Here goes.
가이아?
Gaia.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek. A moment. Scanning data. So it is Aloy, not Elizabeth. We have much to discuss, but initialization of my heuristic matrix will not be complete for several minutes more. In the meantime, I suggest you familiarize yourself with this facility. It is our best option for a base of operations, and you can make use of its equipment to improve your ability to override machines.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Shall I grant access to your companions? They will be here shortly.
Okay, but don't overwhelm them, okay? They don't have a lot of experience with things like, well, you.
So no fake this time?
No. This time she's real. Laurel, Zoe. This is Gaia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Gaia's still, waking up. Let's look around.
I will highlight the location of the lab on your focus. I have established a network between your focuses, allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good. So what was this place?
A regional control center, where Zero Dawn progeny would have overseen terraforming operations in the area.
그렇구만. 모습이 사라졌어요. 잠에서 깨어나는 중인가요? 아까는 잘 보이더니만.
I suggest you explore this facility, Aloy.
알았어.
Until my initial...
여기가 뭐 근데 지도가 넓은데 본부 이런 게 필요할 리는 없고 나중에 결국에는 그 하위 기능들을 다 여기로 모아가지고 가이아가 완벽하게 부활할 수 있게 해주는 데인가 보다. 그리고 시설이 뭐 좀 낡긴 했습니다만 그래도 기능들은 멀쩡한 것 같죠?
What's all this?
This was intended as the main gathering space for control center operatives.
You could fit a good number of people in here.
Or maybe just a few. To start with, you two go ahead. I'm going to poke around a bit.
이렇게까지 멀쩡한 고대인들의 어이구 시설은 처음 보나 보죠?
It looks like plants could grow here.
아
Any
그래?
ideas?
Perhaps.
아 여기 나중에 시설 같은데 업그레이드하고 그런 것도 있나?
So this place was here all this time. Built for people who would never show up.
Why didn't they?
Remember that guy I told you about? Ted Farrow? He sabotaged things. It wasn't supposed to be this way. So this was supposed to be the lab.
That was its intended purpose. Some of the machine data you recovered from the repair bay below us appears to be corrupted. Accessing the terminal in this room will show you how to repair and complete the override.
I'll take a look.
어떻게 하는지 한번 볼까요? 제조 터미널 플라우혼 강제 전환 이거였어요. 아까 강제 전환 제작 가능. 비료와 씨앗을 뿌리기 전에 토양을 갈아엎는 수집기기래요. 아 이거를 제작해야 돼? 근데 플라우혼 뿔도 없고 플라우혼 중추 신경도 없어요. 얘 어디에 있는 건데? 아 가마솥을 발견해가지고 이거를 또 부품을 모아가지고 이걸 해야 되는구나.
Huh. Looks like I need data from machine parts to fix the corrupted override.
My initialization is complete. You may continue to explore the facility, Aloy. When you are ready, return to the control room. We have much to discuss.
한번 둘러보자. 뭐 있는지. 오, 다 열리네요.
Looks like an office.
Correct. The facility was designed with a number of private offices.
I guess it's nice to have a space to call your own.
굉장히 낡았습니다. 이 컴퓨터 기동 되겠죠? 전원 넣으면 다 되겠지? 다른 시설들도 다 돌아가는데.
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. Unfortunately, those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed.
That's too bad.
다음. 오, 왜 이렇게 넓어?
What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for control center operatives.
Reminds me of the bedhouse aspirants had to sleep in the night before the proving.
아, 제가 증명의 날에 있었던 녀석이었어요? 저기 문 하나는 아직도 막혀있다.
Hey, Gaia? Why doesn't this door have power?
At my current operating level, I am only able to restore functionality to part of this facility. In time, that may change.
Got it.
여기 하나하나씩 열리나 보다. 진짜 기지처럼 쓸라나 보네.
Looks like another office.
If no one's ever been here, who built all this?
Gaia did. With the help of machines.
이쪽으로
All
옮겨봤구나.
this space. And no one was ever here. Why?
It's,
Through that door is a trail that leads towards Plainsong.
so I could head back east if I need to, once we're done here.
Correct.
여기는 뭐야?
Door won't open. Guess Gaia hasn't been able to restore access yet. Oh, I've been down here before. It's where I first got into the facility.
What's all this stuff for?
This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data from the terraforming system. This is where it would have been stored.
Looks like some kind of storage room.
Aloy, you have now visited all accessible rooms of the facility.
알았어. 나중에 또 와서 또 둘러볼 수도 있겠네요. 근데 뭐가 있어야지 둘러보는 맛이 있지. 그냥 그렇구나 하고 마니까 뭐 아이템이 있는 것도 아니고 시설을 채워서 뭔가를 할 수 있는 건지. 나중에 이 부족 사람들 불러서 여기 관리하게 하는 거 아니야?
Okay. Maybe it's time to talk to Gaia.
I'll leave you to it.
왔어, 가이야.
Hello, Aloy.
Hi. So you're ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete. All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
Yeah. But two big ones first.
하위 기능.
We're not gonna be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced. I will search for the others now. Transmitting query pattern. Receiving.
이제 하나 모았으면 언제 다 모으냐 이거.
Of Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia, I can find no trace. They are simply gone.
What about the others?
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are revealed. They lie within reach, procurable.
And Hephaestus?
It too stands revealed, but it is not like the others.
That's for sure.
In the years since the extinction signal, Hephaestus has evolved. Moreover, it is not confined to a single location. It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Let me guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Unfortunately, we cannot. Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location and find the physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
The cartridge your root kernel was stored on?
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one subordinate function at a time. But in all other respects, it will suffice.
아니 글로벌 네트워크는 어떻게 하고 꼭 실물로 가져와야 된다는 거예요. 그런 걸로 그냥 쏴주면 되지 않나? 인터넷이 안 되나요? 자, 낯선 이들.
Maybe you can help me make sense of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sobek with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
Do you know who they are?
The answer to that question is related to the extinction signal that woke Hades, prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy. The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away. A distance so vast that light itself requires 8.611 years to cross it.
Okay, so what's so far away and why does it want us dead?
The Sirius star system.
Serious? But that's where Far Zenith, their ship.
The Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up. Unless... I don't... Why make it seem like they failed? They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait. The strangers who tried to kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from That they're descendants of Farseneth?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
역시 그럴 줄 알았어요. 제가 얘기했죠? 저거 분명히 그 성공해가지고 나갔었을 거라니까. 모두들 실패했을 거라고 생각했지만 뭐 그거 말고는 신호를 쏠 애들이 없었어요. 뭐 외계인 나올 거 아닌 이상. 하위 기능에 관한 질문? 해볼까요? 내가 감지한 하위 기능들.
The three subordinate functions that you detected. What do we know about them?
All three are relevant to problems currently plaguing the biosphere. Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life. If all three were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density. But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost, and paranoid.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
Exactly.
사라진 하위 기능들.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
헤파이스토스에 관해서.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important. Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
헤파이스토스를 제압하려면 왜 기다려야 하지? 아까처럼 도망가니까. 그런 거 아니에요?
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8%, of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me, rather than the other way around. A merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.
다 필요하다는 거네요. 헤파이스토스를 어떻게 가두지?
You said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Correct. Unlike the other subordinate functions, which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So, when the time comes to subdue it, How do we make that happen?
I do not know. While you are retrieving the procurable subordinate functions, I will attempt to find a solution.
헤파이스토스의 도움으로 제니스를 쓰러뜨릴 수 있을까?
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So could you build an army of machines? Attack the descendants of Far Zenith and take them out?
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
좋았어요. 제니스에 관한 질문. 파 제니스의 후손들의 계획.
The sole purpose of the signal was to destroy life on Earth, right? Why would descendants of Far Zenith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
True.
Unless... well... could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I mean, if they did that... if they booted their own Gaia and boosted her power... until she could take control of Hephaestus. And then the whole terraforming system...
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the extinction signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere, to their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Extinction. Instead of salvation. Well, this is not good.
후손들은 어떻게 여기까지 왔을까?
You said Sirius is really far from Earth.
81 trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the extinction signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light. If they did not set out for Earth until they learned of the extinction signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin.
복제 인간에 대해서.
The descendants I ran into at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. So that's consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Yes. As your own experience demonstrates, a clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
The Odyssey carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard the ship in storage.
That's... okay, but... I mean... This clone... how could she participate in this? Destroying Elizabeth's dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek? A subordinate? I don't think so.
신호와 다른 하위 기능들?
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
So the signal could only have been sent by someone who had thorough knowledge of the system, huh?
Yes. The signal's design was exceptionally precise and highly advanced. Were its intentions less malevolent, I would admire the intellect or intellects that produced it.
파 제니스의 기술.
So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes, as your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah, no kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. For example, assuming I absorbed Hephaestus and utilized it to create a large force of combat machines. No shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
어떻게 신호를 추적한 거야?
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting, after a total of 17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
그랬군요. 생물계?
What is the state of the biosphere? Is the terraforming system functioning at all?
In a sense, the terraforming system never stopped functioning. The difference, since my predecessor's destruction, is that there has been no central governing intelligence to monitor its robotic agents and assign new tasks. As a result, errors have accrued, and day by day, the biosphere has gradually veered ever more sharply towards destruction. In recent months, disturbances in the biosphere have become obvious. But these bellwether phenomena offer just the merest glimpse of the complex and accelerating cycles of environmental dysfunction, now driving Earth's biosphere towards collapse.
And you can't do anything to stop it?
If you can return Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter to me, I can improvise modest corrections to parts of the system. Weather will improve, water will be purified, and rampant plant growth curtailed. But such corrections will not stave off collapse. They will only buy us time. Only with Hephaestus can I design and produce new robotic agents designed to permanently reverse the damage that has accumulated. All efforts must be directed toward that end.
아니 그냥 헤파이스토스 비슷한 걸 하나 만들면 되지 않아요? 가마솥이 없는 게 좀 문제긴 하지만 하나씩 늘려가면 되지 않나? 우리에게 시간이 얼마나 있지? 이게 문제구나. 시간.
How long do we have then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts.
시간이 얼마 없구나. 그래서 그렇구나. 시작해보자고.
I guess I should get going and start bringing back subordinate functions. What can you tell me about their locations?
When my predecessor destroyed herself, the subordinate functions sought physical processors capable of holding them. So in each case you will be looking for a powerful computer of some kind. Ether is the closest, and therefore might be the easiest to acquire. However, it appears to be in the middle of Tanakh territory. My knowledge of that tribe is limited to data I read on your focus, but they seem to have a significant inclination towards violence.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. What about Poseidon and Demeter?
Poseidon has taken shelter in the desert south of this location. My substratal geography data indicates that a major old-world settlement called Las Vegas was located there.
A ruin in the middle of the desert, huh? Strange place for an AI devoted to water.
Agreed. As for Demeter, it appears to be located on the coast to the far west. Unfortunately, I am unable to provide any relevant data about the region. As such, it may be the most difficult to retrieve.
Okay, so 3 subordinate functions to go after. Ether, somewhere in Tanakh territory. Poseidon in the desert, and Demeter on the coast.
Where will you begin?
아이테르죠 뭐. 아니 아이테르가 제일 힘들다면서 뭘 레벨 나한테 선택권이 있는 거야? 이걸로 가죠. 아 이거 좀 어렵기 때문에 차근차근 가야겠어요.
I think I'll head for Ether.
Then I will assign Ether as the objective on your focus. If you obtain it, I may be able to use it to quell the most severe storms in the region. Though I will require Hephaestus and the control over machines that it offers to permanently stabilize the biosphere. Should you change your mind, you can update your objective via your focus interface at any time. I will also transmit a summary of available data on all of the subordinate functions to you for reference. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know you have a great deal to accomplish.
I do, don't I?
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's just that Elizabeth set the bar pretty high. She had a dream for you, for life on Earth, and a lot has gone wrong, and it's all on my shoulders to fix it. Do you think I can do it all? Repair the system, defeat Varzinith, live up to her example?
Absolutely. In her last message, my predecessor declared her unwavering conviction in your success. In you, all things are possible. You prevailed in purging Hades and rebooting my system core. You will prevail in this.
Thank you, Gaia. Well, I guess I should get going.
I have unlocked the facility's exits. One leads onward to the west. The other leads back down the mountain to Plainsong, should you wish to return east.
Varl?
Whoa! Gonna have to get used to that. That's you, Aloy?
Yeah. Gaia's opened the exits to this place. Can you and Zoe meet me by the west door?
Be right there.
발견한 데이터 포인트 하위 기능 안에서 이거 굉장히 많을 것 같네요. 살짝만 볼까요? 하위 기능들을 담은 요약본을 아래에 전달해 드립니다. 아이테르, 데메테르, 포세이돈의 회수를 통해서 어떤 방식으로 생물계에 약간의 조정을 가할 수 있는지 예비 분석을 포함해 돼요. 가이아, 아이테르, 앤더스 라르센, 휴리스틱 처리 밀도, 지구의 대기에서 독성 제거와 안정화, 테낙스의 영토이죠. 대기의 환경이 개선되고 난폭한 슈퍼셀 폭풍들 역시 잠잠해진대요. 아폴로는 없잖아. 요람에서 출생한 인간의 교육, 위치 미확인. 아르테미스, 찰스 론슨 1차, 2차 동물종의 재구성. 아르테미스 어디 있는지 모르죠. 데메테르, 다나카 나오토가 해대요. 환경 복원과 안정화, 식물종의 재구성이래요. 태평양 연안에 있습니다. 데메테르를 회수하면 이 지역의 토양 상태가 개선되며 붉은 역병의 확산을 방지한대요. 엘레우시아, 이거는 되게 처리 밀도가 3.6%밖에 안 되네. 요람 시설에서 극저온 보존된 인간 배아의 잉태. 준비된 배아를 출생시키고 인간을 야생에 돌려보냄으로써 조금 일찍이나마 제 기능을 완수하였습니다. 하데스, 생존 불능 판정의 생물계를 파괴하는 게 기능이래요. 영구적으로 파괴된 상태죠. 하데스는. 헤파이스토스, 우와, 체력밀도 39.4%야. 가마솥, 저놈의 가마솥. 미네르바, 아이오미데 5킬로. 파로의 기계를 무력화하는 코드를 생성 및 전송. 저거 중요해죠. 미네르바. 가이아와 병합된 상태입니다. 포세이돈, 지구의 수계에서 독성을 제거해요. 포세이돈을 회수하면 이 일대 유역의 상황을 개선하고 독성을 띤 붉은 조류의 확산을 방지할 거래요. 아니 얘들아, 어디 있니? 이건 뭐야? 사이클롭스 콘솔?
Gaia, what is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere.
사이클롭스? 나중에 되면 영상도 시청이 가능해질 거라고 합니다.
I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them and restore the display.
드론을 띄워야 된다는 거예요? 아니 이렇게 숨겨져 있는 것도 있네. 아래쪽에 있나? 수집품? 아 이거네. 탐사 드론 모듈 회수하기. 이거를 하면은 아이고 이거 밖에 나가야 볼 수 있구나. 나갑시다.
Okay, I need to bring ether back for Gaia. Varl and Zoe are waiting for me by the west exit. But I could head back east first. Check on how Plainsong's doing after the attack.
Are you sure?
Yes. I think it'll be better this way.
After you, Aloy.
I need to head further west. To, get more of Gaia's components. Make her stronger. You two can stay here in the meantime. And Gaia can help get you up to speed. I'm not trying to shut you out. It's like training.
Actually, I'm gonna go back east to get Erend. Bring him here. Look, allies, friends can help. We have a place to stay now, and like you said, Gaia can teach us, catch us up. It'll be okay.
Okay. Take these then.
One to wear, one for backup.
While you're at it, stop by Stone's Echo and look for Milu. Give her a message for Talana that I found a way over the mountains.
Will do.
Are you going with him?
No. After what happened in the cave below, I want to stay here a while. There is much I need to understand. Maybe by the time you get back, I'll have a thing or two I can teach you.
Looking forward to it. When will you be back?
I'm not sure. But hopefully I'll have one of Gaia's missing components with me.
Be careful out there. Even in Plainsong, we heard how the Tenakth clanlands are suffering from storms, machines, and now Regala.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Good hunting, Aloy.
The Tenakth clanlands. Somewhere out there's 3 of Gaia's subfunctions. And who knows what else.
알 수 없는 수많은 모험도 모래바다. 자,
The snow brought the chill.
과거의 씨앗. 아, 3개가 열리겠다 그럼. 부러진 하늘. 3개 구하는 거죠, 하위 기능. 자, 부러진 하늘이네. 아야테르의 좌표로 이동하기. 이제 딱 초반이 끝난 것 같네. 많아요, 많아. 일단은 여기 퀘스트도 있어서 이쪽 먼저 조금 할 겁니다. 이쪽 먼저 조금 할 거고, 그리고 여기에도 이제 가마솥이 하나가 있는디? 아무튼 있어요. 여긴가요? 가마솥 뮤. 여기도 있기 때문에 이런 데도 좀 한 번씩 가가지고 해봐야겠어요. 일단은 돌아갈까요?